Picture this. You are starting at your exam paper, knowing you studied hard, but the pressure's creeping in. Can you really get full marks? The answer is yes, and I am going to show you how. In the next few minutes, we are breaking down 5 strategies that'll push you beyond just passing and into full marks territory. And trust me, the 5th step could be a game changer. So our tip number 1 is start early, plan strategically. First up, start early and plan strategically. Cramming the night before won't get you 100%. You need a clear roadmap. Break your syllabus into small, digestible pieces and create a study schedule. Prioritize tough subjects first when your energy in highest. The earlier you start, the more time you have to absorb, practice and perfect. And no, planning to start early at 3 AM with a cup of coffee doesn't count, but planning in just the foundation. Let's talk about how you should actually be studying. Our tip number 2 is active recall and spaced repetition. Tip number 2 is all about technique, active recall and spaced repetition. Don't just read your notes passively. Quiz yourself regularly and spread out your review over time. By forcing your brain to actively recall information, you are strengthening those neural pathways, which means faster recall during the exam. Let's be honest, when was the last time you aced something by just looking over your notes? But memorizing alone, it's not enough. What if you don't know what to focus on? So our tip number 3 is understand the exam format. You can't hit full marks if you don't understand the target. Make sure you're familiar with the exam format. Multiple choice, essay, short answer, each require a different approach. Look at first paper, find out what kind of questions are most common and tailor your studying to meet those demands. Knowing the format gives you an edge others won't have, because you don't want to be that person writing an essay, land the answer to a multiple choice question. Now that you know what to study, let's ensure you are not leaving points on the table. So our tip number 4 is perfect practice. Practice doesn't just make perfect, it makes full marks. Take time practice tests to simulate exam conditions. Not only will this improve your time management, but is also help you identify weak spots before the actual exam. When you train under pressure, you will feel more confidence and calm when the real test hits. And hey, if you can't make it through without checking your phone every 5 minutes, well, let's work on that first. But even with perfect practice, there's one last tip that separates high scorer for full mark achievers. Tip number 5 and the last tip is exam day strategy. Finally, your exam day strategy is crucial. Start with the easiest question first to build momentum and confidence. If you get stuck on a tough one, don't waste time. Move on and come back later. Use every last minute of your time to review your answers and catch any mistakes. Sometimes those final few minutes make the difference between a near perfect score and full marks. And remember, triple checking doesn't mean rewriting your name 3 times. Focus on the content. So these 5 tips: early planning, active recall, understanding the format, perfect practice, and a strong exam day strategy are the keys to unlocking full marks. With the right preparation, discipline, and mindset, you are not just aiming to pass, you are aiming for perfection. Imagine walking out of that exam room knowing you have aced it. And if you are ready to take your focus to the next level, check out my next video on how to open a YouTube channel. Learn how to build your own platform and start earning while you are studying. The link is right here, and see you in the next one.